Haircolor Confessional. I'm Angela.
I'm Christine.
And we are in Chicago still. We're going to tell you all about our second day where her dad and stepmom took us tour of the city. We got to see a lot of stuff. We didn't actually get to do everything we wanted to do only because we woke up with snow on the ground.
Right? I know. So we got to stay in the basement. So if you know anything about houses in the Midwest, there's basements.
Yeah.
So it was nice and cozy, and I walk upstairs and I look outside and I'm like, there's snow on the ground.
It was pretty cool, actually.
It's April. We're from Texas.
Yeah. And they said, well, maybe we shouldn't go on the boat tour today because the winds are like 40-mile-an-hour winds. And we're like, no, we should not do the boat tour.
No. Yeah, because we had hats, we had gloves, we had scarves, we had coats. I even had to wear socks.
Well, we brought all that stuff because they did say it's going to be colder. And I even told her, I said, I've been looking at the weather and it's going to be cold. And she's like, oh, no, it'll be fine. It's like 65 degrees or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's almost May and we got snow on the ground. So, yeah, that was a little shocker. So we decided as a group that we would cancel the riverboat trip. They weren't, they're going to use it for a couple months later. So
yeah, but it was fine. I mean, we had a great day anyway.
Oh my gosh.
We started off with breakfast at Ann Sather.
Yes. And okay, so they're known for these gigantic cinnamon rolls. So we have pictures and we have videos.
So good. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So check out these cinnamon rolls from Ann Sather.
Yes. There's several locations. But we went to the one in Chicago, so it was, oh my gosh, they were so good.
So
we
I
had the best waitress.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she
from
was great.
Romania.
Yeah, she was great, and she was telling us how she does theater.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was like, she said something about like, I'm a little famous or something to that.
So she's waiting tables during the day, and then she's an actress.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, that's cool. She had a great accent. She had.
We couldn't figure out where she was from. She said, where do you think I'm from?
Yeah, because she could speak Spanish. But she was super cool.
And I had the Monte Cristo.
Oh, and I had corned beef hash. Okay, so if you know anything about me, when I get good corned beef hash with eggs over the easy, they're the best. So I think I've had them like 3 times since I've been here.
She has had that every meal.
I know.
No, not every meal, but almost.
Yeah.
No. And
We've
I
been
just
here for 3 days, and it's been really good.
I had it this morning. Isn't that what he made this morning? Her dad made some this morning. It was really good.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've had
so I'm
it.
on day 4. Corned beef hash.
Yeah, so after breakfast, they took us to the Art Institute, and we spent a good amount of time there walking around.
There's 3 levels, and I've always been on the first and second level, but I've never been on the 3rd level. And if you've ever been to the Art Institute of Chicago, it's gigantic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you'll see anything from Asian art to Impressionism to modern
sculptures,
modern art.
Yeah, just photography.
Yeah.
There were videos. Yeah, so we looked at all 3 levels. They had this video going on from an Asian artist. I believe, I cannot remember seeing.
Oh, was that the meditation where we lay down?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. I even got my dad to take a picture of us because I'm like, okay, nobody's going to believe that we're actually part of this vision that the artist wanted her patrons to be a part of.
Yeah, so we got to do that, and that was pretty cool.
We were laying on the floor looking at the video. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's that.
Yeah, that was super cool. So then we left there, and then we went to the Millennium Park to go see the Bean, the Cloud Gate, I believe it's called.
I don't know. I just call it the Bean.
Yeah, it's the Bean.
Yeah.
It's the steel bean. But it was cool. It had the whole reflection of the skyline from Chicago. And we were able to see our faces in there and walk through. And
yeah. So we
wish the weather was a little bit better.
It was cold, but the wind wasn't too bad. And we were all bundled up. But we do have some video from that. So check that out.
That was super cool.
So also we saw tulips, which we were going to go to. They have this thing in Texas for the Texas tulips, and it's
Pilot Point.
In Pilot Point, and we were actually going to go and take pictures there. And because I had done it one time before with my best friend, we went and did the pictures, and it was nice. But I said we should wait like maybe a week later than when we did it last year, because there were hardly any tulips. Well, apparently. Right. The tulips like bloom all at once, and then they're gone, and like I don't know how many, but people go pick them.
Yeah.
So
we had put it on our calendar for about a month out, and we were looking forward to it. Took the day off, and we were going to go to Pilot Point, but then 2 days later, we realized that they were closed.
Yeah.
So we
and
didn't
it
get to
closes
do the tulips.
on a different day.
So we
every
had to
year.
go to Chicago to see the tulips.
Yeah.
Apparently. I mean, there's
tulips everywhere here.
Everywhere.
They're gorgeous.
And I'm sure in a couple of days when it warms up to 75 degrees, it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah,
so,
but they have them planted here where you can't pick them. So
yeah.
Nobody's picking them here. But in Texas where we were going to go, you can pick them. Take your pictures and pick them. So depending on how many people go, they could be gone in a day.
Yeah.
If everybody picks them. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what that is.
Well, and then, so then we went to Starbucks Reserve.
Did we go there? Yes, we did. We
did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the largest Starbucks in the nation, and it is 5 levels.
Gosh, it was so cool.
You got to get on an elevator or an escalator all the way up to the very top.
You start off at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and there's each level something different. So there's like the store at the bottom where you can buy all the products, the coffee mugs and the pictures and the ornaments and anything, whatever else you want to buy. And then you go up to the second level.
Yeah, pastries all the way around.
Second level.
And it's a beautiful view.
Oh, yeah, you can, there's windows all the way up. And then you go to the third level.
It's the bar.
And then you go to the fourth level.
It's the roof. The rooftop, they call it.
Yeah.
Although we weren't able to get to the rooftop. We didn't ask enough questions, but we got excited about the bar. Yeah. And so Angela had a flight.
We had a flight. Okay, so I worked at Starbucks for like 7 years ago, and they were always talking about how eventually they were going to do alcohol, like they were going to serve. It was going to be like a brewery type thing. So now they do have it, and so they served espresso with vodka and other things too, I think. But I had a
coffee martini.
Little tiny martini.
Excellent.
Yeah, little tiny martini cups, martini glasses. And so, yeah, I did get a flight. It came with three different flavors. And
was what? Orange, lemon, and was it a coffee? No, it was a chocolate. Some kind of...
It wasn't really chocolatey.
It was like
something
a bitter
else.
sweet.
Yeah, it was a bitter chocolate. It was like a dark chocolate bitter espresso one. But, yeah, I had to do it because, I had been hearing about this forever.
I've never seen a Starbucks so fancy. It was
really cool. So we have videos of that for you guys.
Yes, we have a video.
You definitely should check it out if you like coffee at all, or if you're interested. Even if you don't like coffee, you could go and like just have an espresso martini or whatever. But
and I believe it's on Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, the mile. What's it called? Magnificent Mile. It's definitely it's on there.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to find it there. But yeah, that was cool. And
then we had to walk 6 blocks.
Hold on, let me say what else they do there. So they do tours and tastings. You can book a tour and tasting, and they have a roastery there. They do that too. They have brewing courses. So yeah, that's a really cool. They don't just have where you can buy stuff. You can actually do stuff there. And
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be fun to do a tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're interested
at all
more
about coffees and they have they have a menu.
Yeah. It's the world's largest Starbucks, by the way.
Super cool.
It's called the Starbucks Reserve. And and then we went to
we walked 6 blocks.
Well,
and we went to
longer than that, I think. But her dad says it's only a 7-minute walk.
Yeah, it was 6 blocks. Okay, however long.
She's like, now what number is this?
Freezing.
She was totally giving him a hard time.
I know I was. Because he had parked the car. And it's really super expensive to park your car in one of these garages. Gosh, yes. So it costs us, when we went to the museum, it cost us about $50 to park the car.
$50.
For 3 to 4 hours. And I was like, oh my gosh.
If you park longer than 2 hours, it's $50.
Yeah. So when he parked the car for us to go to Starbucks, I was like, yeah, we'll walk. We'll walk to the Italian restaurant.
So we went to the pizza place, Lou Malnati's.
Lou Malnati's, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it was, so we had to have deep dish pizza.
Chicago style.
Chicago style.
We had to have it. That's
so
what
anybody
they said.
that doesn't know what Chicago style means, it is the crust, and then you've got the it's sausage, and then the cheese, and then the tomatoes, and it's deep dish. Yeah, it was so good.
So the crust is not
it is buttery.
Thick, it's not super thick like in Texas.
It looked like
deep
a pie.
Crust is like
it was like that, gigantic.
Like the end of it is like that big.
Yeah, but it's a buttery crust too. And I think what my stepmom said, the tip for the deep dish pizza was that you don't cut it until you get to the table, and then you cut it. Instead of like pre-cutting it. So. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that was really good. We have video of that. Oh my gosh, it was like one of the best pizzas I've ever had.
I know. It was amazing.
Yeah. And like I said, the crust part wasn't thick crust like our deep dish in Texas is. It was super thin.
And the cheese was not on the top. It was inside the pizza.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
The top layer was all tomatoes. Yeah. It was amazing.
I know. So yeah, you got to try that too as well.
Okay, so after we left the
but you didn't tell me about the bubble. Those bubbles that we saw across the street. Okay, so it's the newest thing going. It's these bubbles, right? And we saw maybe 12 to 15 bubbles, and inside these bubbles there are table and chairs. So obviously it's a restaurant. So as we're waiting for my dad to pick us up from the Italian restaurant, we're standing. I thought, I'll just stand in this this bus shelter thing.
Little bus stop.
Yeah, little bus stop. And this lady, I go, oh my gosh, look at these bubbles. And this lady explains to me that you have to rent a bubble for $150, right? Minimum 4 people, and each person is $140, not including the alcohol. And what else did she say?
So the bubble plus 4 people.
Yep.
140, 150, 150.
You're up to about $1,000 to have a dinner in the
bubble.
No
alcohol included.
Yep. I thought that was so cool. And it's only from April to May.
Yeah.
In Chicago. So, kind of cool. It's a new little trend.
I don't know.
I want to try it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to. Well, there is some in Texas that we're going to maybe go to. Maybe we'll go to that.
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully
I've seen where you stay in it like a hotel room.
Yeah.
But I've never seen dinner
we're doing
on the streets. But I think it was just so cool. Yeah. Okay, so then my dad picks us up, and then we go to Lakeshore Drive to see some of his friends. They live in the townhouse right, off of Lakeshore by Navy Pier. So you can see...
Called Palm Harbor, right?
Yeah, I believe so. And you can see the Ferris wheel. So by this time it's dark outside, and they've got this beautiful view.
The amazing view.
Over the lake.
Okay, now I did a video of this just because the view was so pretty. There were no obstructions in this view whatsoever. Like, they get to see this view, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is amazing.
It's gorgeous. They've got a patio outside, and it faces Navy Pier.
Yeah, so her stepmom's friend, he's a sculptor, artist, and he's from Mexico, but they've lived in Chicago for a long time.
So they're opening up a gallery in September, and that was kind of cool. So he showed us his artwork and told us a little bit about himself and what they do, and it was super cool.
Yeah, he was very interesting, and his wife was there, and she was so sweet. They were so nice to give us wine and Italian ice.
Yeah, we had Italian ice as well. So not only
little chocolates with alcohol in them.
You're right.
Oh yeah, they were really nice. Of course.
Yeah, and then we found out that they have family in Dallas. Oh yeah. So we were like, "Oh, come visit us."
Come visit us.
Right.
We'll totally meet you out for dinner or whatever. Yeah, that was cool.
We had such a great time on this trip.
Yeah.
I mean, not only did we get to eat all kinds of different foods, we got to sightsee, we got to see architecture. Yeah.
I mean, so we went from morning to night yesterday seeing the whole town.
Yeah.
And they were great hosts. And then this morning we were eating breakfast and And Christine's stepmom just, is telling us a really cool story about how when she was younger, she went to an improv class, and she's just telling us this story about how she's always wanted to be an actress, and she did this and that and this and that. And Christine's dad said, well, go do it. We encourage you. Just go take the class. Get it done, whatever. Just do it. So she did. She goes and take this improv class, and just guess who she was in class with for weeks. Chris Farley. And so she got to meet Chris Farley. She got to act with Chris Farley, and we were just like,
I've never heard this story.
I could not believe it. I was like, no, you did not. No, you didn't. No, I couldn't believe it. Anyway.
Yeah. She said Mike Myers was there.
Mike Myers. I don't know if he took the class with her, but when they did some improv in the theater and stuff like that, he was there.
He was there.
Yeah. And she didn't really, she knew these guys were going to be somebody, but she didn't actually.
She didn't know at the time.
At the time, everybody's just trying to do their own thing and figure out their niche.
Chris Farley actually had to borrow money from my stepmom to even pay for the class. Yeah.
Of course he paid her back.
He paid her back.
But, so then she said, like a year later or whatever, they were watching Saturday Night Live, and she's like, oh my gosh! She tells Christine's dad, come here! They're on TV, they're on Saturday Night Live.
I know.
So, oh my gosh.
I've never heard that story. As long as I've known her, I've never heard that story.
I just, it was awesome.
Yeah,
so I loved it.
She's a great storyteller.
I love that story. She's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
We might have her on the podcast one day.
I know. We think she's going to be a famous writer one day.
Oh, yeah. She should be. She should totally be a writer.
It's been so much fun here.
Yeah. And we so appreciate Jean and Joe for sharing their house and their hospitality. It was amazing.
And showing us Chicago in a day.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
It was great.
I know.
And, we came here to see the hair show, and we also got a tour of Chicago, and we got to spend some great time with some really good quality people.
Yes, absolutely.
And we so appreciate them. And,
Yes.
And now I am also your daughter, so.
She's going to love that.
I'm your daughter, too. So, yeah. Welcome to the family, Angela.
Welcome. Angela will be like, hey, I'm in town.
Yeah.
Can you pick me up at the airport?
Yes.
Can I stay in your basement?
Yes. I'll do it.
You wait, Jean.
Okay, well, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, please share, please subscribe.
Yes, absolutely.
Please, if you haven't hit that subscribe button. I know it's a pain in the butt, because actually
we tried to do that last night.
It's not as easy to subscribe on YouTube as you would think.
You have to create an account.
But please, I know,
but once you do that,
go out of your way.
Yeah.
Come on, just do it. You only have to do it once. Once you create an account, they're not going to ask you for money or anything like that. You just create an account.
Just create the account.
And then you can like and follow and subscribe whoever you want. And it's fine. And then just keep that on your list.
You have a library of people that you'll have.
See,
of course, you'll be,
It's one-time
Haircolor Confessional.
It's one-time pain in the butt, but then after that, it's easy.
Yeah.
So just go ahead, go through it, subscribe, like, and anyway, thank you. I'm Angela.
I'm Christine.
And this is Haircolor Confessional.
Thank
Thanks
you for watching.
Bye.